Morning. So before we get started, excuse me, I decided to do some of my videos in my Christmas, my Christmas PJs that I bought for my kids. And it's like 6 in the morning, so good morning, everybody. I have a few more videos to go, so let's get started. Before we start our flow, let's just do some wrist exercise. We can clasp our wrists and rotate a little bit on one side and then on the other side. Buenos dias. And then on the other side. Beautiful. Just rotating your wrist just a little bit. So we're going to go like back and forth like that. Beautiful. And just shake, 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 shake. Just wake up your body, wake up your body. Beautiful. So we're going to start with a warm-up. We did our little wrist exercises. We're going to do a standing warm-up. So let's all grab our mat. If you don't have a mat, you can use the carpet or the wooden floor, but just maybe have a blanket if you need a blanket. If you have props, feel free to grab them. I have blocks. They're super helpful. You can use books if you like. Okay. So we're going to do standing up. So you want to root your feet down to the ground into mountain pose. Have your sides, hands on your side. Just move back a little bit so you can see it better. There you go. Mountain. So we're going to salute upwards. So we're just going to bring our arms, inhale our arms up, and attach them, glue them. Beautiful. We're going to lean towards our left. Do a nice left stretch. Awesome. Back to center. And now to your right stretch. So you can feel it all on your left side. Felt it on your right. Just going to do breathing in and out. And back to center. Salute. Do a nice, beautiful back bend. Just to the sky. And then forward fold all the way down. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms back up. And exhale. Hands to your side. Beautiful. Let's do it. Let's do it a few more times. Ready? We're gonna lift our arms all the way up to the sky. Inhaling to salute. We're gonna go on. We're gonna salute onto our left side. Do that nice stretch on your right. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Now towards your right. Exhale back to center. Beautiful. Now, bring our arms all the way back down. You're kind of like you're swan diving all the way back down. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Full. Bring your arms all the way up. Inhaling and exhaling your arms to your side. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So sometimes I feel so limited with space, but I'm gonna try. A little crooked. There's no straight lines. All right, so we're gonna do another warm up again. So we're gonna be standing nice tall mountain pose. We're gonna raise our arms. Inhaling, salute. Have both hands clap together, glue together. We're gonna stretch on the left side. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Now leaning towards your right to do that nice stretch on your left side. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Do a beautiful back bend. Beautiful. And then exhale all the way down to the ground. Forward fold. Again, you can also bend your knees. It doesn't have to be straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Bring arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Back to mountain. Lovely. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. There you go. Hopefully. Uh-oh. Ooh. Hopefully that works a little better. I think. I am not savvy with technology. All right. Maybe I'll move my mat again as well. All right. There you go. Okay. So we're going to start back into mountain pose. I'll stay more here in the center, even though I like to be on top of my mat. That's okay. I'll just be moving around a little bit so you can see. All right. We're going to be mountain pose. We're going to do sun salutation B. So we're going to be breathing in, breathing out, mountain pose. Then we're going to bend our knees. Bend our knees kind of like sitting onto a chair. So you're going to bend your knees. Try not to go over your feet. So inhale, arms out. Beautiful. Into your beautiful chair. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. Forward fold, swan dive all the way back down, down, down. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Beautiful. Forward fold. We're going to go into our plank. So step your right leg back, your left leg back. Nice strong plank. And now instead of doing straight to chaturanga, we're going to go to knees. Hold on, let me just. Okay, let's do it like that. We're going to go knees, chest, and chin. Breathing in and out. And then exhaling. Inhale to cobra. Beautiful. Now we're on our cobra. It could be a baby yoga. It could go from a baby cobra like this, or a strong big cobra like this, or you could do downward dog. Whatever's in your practice. And then we're gonna exhale into downward dog. Our first downward dog. So let's just paddle it out just a little bit before we move on. Feels good. Okay. Bring our right leg up. Swoop it in between your hands up front. As so. Plant your foot down. Little lunge. Twist your back foot your left foot kind of like I just did like on the side. And then bring your arms up, inhaling into warrior one. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale back down. Going into plank. Match your right foot with your left foot. Inhale, now we're going to do knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling into cobra. And then exhale into downward dog. Now this time, I want you to lift up your left leg up, swoop it in between your hands, your right foot, as so, like this. Low lunge, beautiful. Now lift your arms all the way. We'll put that, bring down, anchor your right foot down, and then bring both arms up to the sky. Warrior one. Now you can continue to bend your knee a little bit. Now, not going over your foot, and arms up to the sky. Make sure your shoulders are not touching your ears. Make your chest broad out. Heart, beautiful opener, heart opener. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Going back down into plank. Bring our left foot back to our right. Now we're going to go knees, chest and chin, and swoop all the way through. Inhaling into a cobra. Beautiful. Now let's go back to downward dog. Lifting our hips all the way to the sky. Beautiful. Now you want to slowly walk up to the front of the mat. Beautiful. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up into chair. Like this, into chair. And then exhale into mountain. Whew, beautiful. That is sun salutation B. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to see if I can use my blocks so I don't have to. I would also recommend using blocks when you do like forward fold and all these things. All right. I think that's a little better. All right. Let's do it one more time. Remember to always breathe. So let's take a moment, have our arms to our sides, hands out. Beautiful mountain pose. Inhaling, exhaling. All right, let's start. We're gonna bring our arms all the way up to the sky. Slowly bend your knees, sitting into your chair. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhaling, exhaling. Again, be mindful of how you have your arms up. Also, I like having like my fingers outstretched like that and having my pinky towards me, kind of like this. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, breathe in, breathe out. Now we're gonna forward fold all the way down. You can have your knees bent if you like. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands down on the top of your mat. Stretch your left leg out, then your right into a plank. Hold here for one inhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now we're going to go to knees, chest and chin. Swoop all the way up. Inhale into your cobra. Beautiful. And then exhale all the way back, back, back. Raising your hips all the way to the sky into your downward dog. Beautiful. Lift your right leg up. Bring it between your hands. Now, if in your practice you can't bring it right away, your right foot between your hands, that's okay. Use one of your free hands and just help guide it there. So it's not a big deal. Going into low lunge. Raising our arms all the way up to the sky. Anchor down our left foot back. Now we're in warrior one. Whew. Beautiful. Warrior one. All right. Exhale all the way back down into plank. So bringing your right foot back to your left. Going down to knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling to cobra. I'm doing it. If you can't see me, I'm doing it. And then exhale into downward dog. So bringing your hips back to where your heels are, lifting your hips all the way up to the sky into your downward dog. Now this time, I want you to raise your left foot out. Bring it between your hands up front. Beautiful. Also, when you place your feet, I know sometimes, because like I haven't been practicing in a long time, so I was practicing landing gently. So just being mindful of doing it gently. Like when you move your foot into different poses and stuff, just going into a nice, beautiful flow, into a nice, beautiful, gentle landing as well. Anyways, inhale our arms all the way back up. Anchor our foot down a little bit. Whew. It's a good workout. Inhaling and exhaling. Whew. Inhale, exhale all the way back down. Now bring your left foot back to your right into plank. Going back into knees, chest and chin. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling into downward dog. Beautiful. Now we're going to slowly walk up to our mat with a lot of intention. Slowly walk. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. And this is perfect timing to use your blocks. So like I would have my blocks. If I don't want to put my hands on my shin, I could put my hands on my blocks, but I'm using my blocks for my laptop right now. All right, so anyways, inhale, exhale, forward fold. And then also I encourage you to bend your knees. There's so many different variations of yoga poses. So just because I'm like this in my practice doesn't mean you're like that in your practice. So there's always variations of each other's poses. So I prefer bending. So anyways, so exhaling, bend my knees all the way into chair pose. Now, as a reminder, not over your foot, a little slightly. Kind of just like want to have a straight back and bend. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then exhale, back into mountain pose. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful sun salutations. Again, how is sun salutation be? I feel all that energy coming in. All right, so let's move on. We're gonna go back sitting down on our mats. So fun way I like doing it is inhaling our arms all the way up to the sky, into your tippy toes, beautiful. And then just slowly with intent, calm down. Slowly. Beautiful. Slowly. Even though I look like I'm going fast. Awesome. So all right. So now that we're back on our mat, we're gonna sit. We're gonna sit crisscross. Beautiful. I'm just gonna sit here for a few breaths. We're gonna find our belly and our heart. And it doesn't matter which hand, it could be your right hand on your heart, or it could be your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. And you're just gonna take a moment. We're just gonna do 5 breaths here. We're gonna inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So let's move on. So our next sequence is going to be a back pain relief sequence. So we're going to go on our tabletop. So high five the floor. I'm having like knee issues still, so I did not bring something for my knee. Alright, I'll just be really mindful. So like again, if something's bothering you, or if something's bothering you during your flow and you just need a break, you feel free to like meditate or do your own flow on your mat. What works best is, for me, is child's pose, which you bring your bottom all the way back to your knee, to your feet of your heels. Doing like a V, and trying to have your torso right in the middle, and then stretch your arms all the way out like this, and have your forehead onto the mat or the floor. And just taking a few breaths here is always helpful, just to recuperate from a intense flow, or if you haven't practiced, or if this is your first time, or it's like your 10th time and you still need that break. It's always good to have that break. So we're just going to breathe here for a little while. We're going to breathe in and out. Beautiful. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. All right, now bring our hands back up. And these hands into a beautiful tabletop. Beautiful. So, tabletop, like this. Tabletop. I don't know why I decided to work out with my PJs. Oh, it's too funny. We're gonna do some cat cows. So we're gonna go into tabletop. We're gonna exhale, going down, looking at our belly. Cat. Inhale. Chest out. Cow. Okay. So cat cow. So cat, looking into our belly. Inhale, cow. And now go on your own and just find your movement. Whatever works for you. If you want to like do circles with your cat cow, you can. If you want to go back and forth with your cat cow, you can. But just be mindful of your breath and be gentle with your movements. Beautiful. Going back into cat. So you want to start going back into tabletop. Tuck your toes in. When I say tuck your toes, I mean, this is what I mean. Do you see my toes? They're tucked in. Pointed. Tucked in. Not tucked in. So you want to tuck in your toes. Make sure your hands are like, your fingers are stretched out, like spread out, I should say. And then just slowly bring your hips all the way to the sky. Slowly, 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 slowly. Going into your downward dog. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Look at the top of your mat and slowly walk up with so much attention. If it's in your practice and you want to jump, feel free. But when you jump, just be mindful of how you land. Gentle landing. All right, so now we're going to go into our ragdoll. So if you want to bend your knees, you can, or have it straightened. But if your knees are bothering you while it's being straight, I recommend bending it. It's totally okay. Have your arms out. Clasp each other's elbows. Now you're just in your ragdoll. So like, feels always so good for my upper back. With my ragdoll, if you want to stand still, you can stand still. Or if you want to just do a little sway, you can. It's up to you. All right. Breathe in. And beautiful. Oh, this feels so good. All right. 2 more. All right. Let go of your ragdoll. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold into a plank. So you can hop back or you can step back. I prefer stepping back. Now again, if it's not in your practice, you can chaturanga down, exhaling chaturanga down, or you can just slowly go down on your knees and then slowly onto your belly. Let me just move back a little bit so you can see that I'm on my knees or on my belly. Slowly, slowly, slowly down. Beautiful. So we're gonna go into a Sphinx pose. So you want to do is have both of. Let me see if I can move back a little bit. Okay. So you want to go on your elbows, like so, like this. Arm bend like this. Arms out. Your Sphinx. Have your feet pointed out. And just we're gonna do a little breathing here. You're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Oh. Sphinx pose. It's always good. I forgot to mention that when you go into this pose, make sure you stretch both legs out. Just stretch it out and land it nice and straight right behind you. Just makes a difference, you know? Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. All right. We're going to go back up to tabletop. And then we're going to go into exhale into a child's pose. Now remember, bottom all the way down to your heels. Stretch your arms right out in front of you. Into a child's pose. Bring your arms back up into tabletop, and then we're gonna go into a easy seat. So easy seat is crisscross. We're sitting crisscross. We're gonna take, excuse me. Okay. So what we're gonna do is have our left leg and bring it over to our right side, as so. So, like this. Then your upper side, your upper torso, your right arm, your right elbow will go behind your left knee. And we're just gonna inhale and exhale over here. Trying to look that way. Now that we're gonna do that, we're gonna come out and do it on the. Okay, so now that we did on one side, we're gonna come back to easy sit, easy seat, and we're gonna move on to the next side. Okay, so bring your right knee or right ankle over to your left knee. So like this. Beautiful. Then just be mindful to keep like your feet flexed like that. See it? Like that. Okay. We're gonna inhale, twist onto our right side, hook our right elbow over. Our left elbow over our right knee. And we're just gonna do a few breaths here. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Try to have your bottom on the ground. And keep twisting. Inhale and twist. Exhale. Beautiful. Alright. I didn't do it on the other side, but when we come out of this twist, we gotta do like a counter twist. And then going back to center crisscross. You can begin to stretch your legs out and just shake them a little bit, just in case they like fall asleep or something. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna go into our boat pose. So now with our boat pose, there's different variations. Personally, I prefer having my hands underneath my thighs, leaning back, and then slightly raising my feet up. If you can see it this way, like that, making sure your chest is brought out like this, like chest up. Having your shoulders down to your ears. Inhale and exhale. Now there's that variation. Also, if it's in your practice, you can have your arms out like this, inhaling, not holding your thighs. Or there's that way, and then third way, still like this with your arms out, but instead of having your legs out, like kind of like into L, they'll be pointing more out up in the sky. But I'm gonna stick with my hands over my thigh, like so. So I'm gonna lean back, make sure my chest is out front like this, lean back, raise both legs up. We're gonna do a few inhales here. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Bring our feet back down and crisscross. Now this time, we're gonna go on our back. So I'm gonna move my laptop again. Let's see if I can maybe move it here. I'm gonna go on our backs now. I think that's good. Okay. All right. We're gonna sit on our backs. Sit on our backs like so. Okay. And then we're gonna bring our knees to our chest. Like this. Beautiful. I'm gonna inhale and exhale. Now we're going to bring both knees. Exhale all to our left side. Exhale. Bring our arm out, facing that way. Kind of like your T, like a T. You're in the T mode. You can place your left hand onto your right thigh or right knee, or wherever it lands. So do a few breaths here. We're gonna inhale and exhale through the nose. Now, in order to come out, we're gonna both. We're gonna do a T with our arms and just try to use your core. So we're gonna bring both knees back to center. Exhale all the way to the right this time. There you go, to the right this time. And then turn and face onto your left side if you can. Oh, this is such a beautiful twist. Inhale and exhale here. Okay. Maybe stretching your arms out into a T, using your core to bring both knees back to center. Beautiful. And landing your feet down. Perfect. So you can see my ankle. So now, so that's such a nice twist. Begin to put your heels closer to your bottom. Like so, like that. Closer to your bottom. Beautiful. And we're going to begin to lift our hips up to the sky. You can use a block or books if you want like more of a restorative pose. So yeah, so let's begin to lift our our hips up to the sky. Like this, like so. You can bring both of your arms in. 1 second. Okay. Had to plug in my phone because my phone was, not my phone, my laptop was dying. So so we're back on bridge pose. I'm gonna do a restore. Oh my goodness, what is happening? 1 second. So many things are happening on my laptop. Okay, so we're gonna do restorative bridge pose. So I'm gonna use a block. So the way I was seated, having my ankles, my heels closer to my bottom. And then lifting my hips, trying just to use my glutes, not my legs, my glutes to raise it up. Yeah, that's my glutes, yeah. And then what you want to do is bring your block and just bring it underneath where your lower back is. And we're just going to be on bridge pose for a few breaths here. If it's in your practice, you can do a cartwheel. It's not in my practice, but you place your hands, obviously the block wouldn't be here. You place your hands over your shoulders and you begin to lift up your chest all the way up, up, up. Kind of looking like a cartwheel. Anyways, but I'm doing bridge pose right now. Just breathing in and breathing out. Beautifully done. I'm just directing it more to restorative pose, which is great. Inhaling, exhaling. begin to lift your hips up, 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 up. Grab your block. If you're using a block, and take it out. Oh, another way without your block is also having your arms underneath as well, like this. But I wanted to do the restorative way, so anyways, bringing your bottom back down. Nicely done. So now we're going to go into a recline pigeon, which is you're going to lift up you have both knees bent. We're going to start with our right. So we're going to lift our right leg up straight and then bend it where your right ankle meets your left knee into kind of like a figure four, like this. A figure four, so right ankle meets left knee, like that. Beautiful. It's a great hip opener too. Now we're gonna hug our right knee up. Oh, excuse me, not right. Our left knee up, and have our foot up into the sky like so. Make sure your both feet are flexed, not pointing. Flex to the sky, and I'm just gonna take a few breaths here. Beautifully done. Begin to bring your left foot back down to the ground. Untwist. Bring your right foot meeting your left foot together. Now that we did it on one side, you have to do it on the other side. So bringing your left ankle over and meeting your right knee. So left ankle meets your right knee, like so. Remember, keeping your feet flexed, not pointing, flex into the sky. Beautiful. So now that our ankle's up on our knee, on our right knee, we're gonna hug our right thigh up. So hug, 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 hug. Beautiful. And we're just gonna take a few breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Both feet flex. Now gently gently let go of your right thigh and let your right foot gently fall onto the mat. Untwist. Meet your left foot with your right foot. Breathing in, breathing out. Now we're gonna go. Now that we did our recline pigeon, we're gonna go into a recline big toe. So we're gonna still be on our back. If you have a strap, feel free to grab it. I don't have my strap on me right now. You can use a belt or a rope or a type of string. So hold on. All right, so I decided to grab my strap, and like I said, if you have a belt or if you have maybe a belt or like a long like rag, you're gonna lay on your back. Like so. With your strap You don't have to put it through the loop. You could just, so let's lay down, fully lay down on our back. Bring our right leg up to the sky and strap it like so. You can hold it with one arm like this. Just hold it down. Just breathe. So bring it over to your left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale back to center. Beautiful. Exhale to the right side. Inhale back to center. Beautiful. Now we're just going to let go of the strap. Bring down the foot. Meet your left foot. And we're going to do the same thing on our other side. So bring our left foot up to the sky. Inhale. Beautiful. And then strap your foot with the rope. Or excuse me, the strap, not the rope. Hold on. Just doing like a few breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Now that you're holding with the strap with your left arm, you can slowly bring, exhaling, bringing it to your right side. Like so. Inhale back to center. Oh, that felt so good. Exhale on to your right side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, letting go of the strap. Down. Just putting it on the side. Before we go into our last pose, which is Shavasana, we're gonna do a little rocking baby pose, rocking baby pose. So we're gonna hug our knees to our chest, give ourselves a nice squeeze. Now we're gonna place both arms through like our legs like this, and grasp the side of your feet on each side like that. Bring both foot up to the sky. Now that you're like rocking your baby pose, you can have it nice and still, or you can just rock for your spine. Feel a beautiful stretch. Rocking back and forth. Oh, that feels so good. For your upper back and lower back, it just feels amazing. Beautifully done. Okay. Now exhale your legs all the way up to the sky, and with intention, gently go down to the ground. Started to shake a little bit. just begin to let gravity take you down. Relax your shoulders. Have your palms facing into the sky. Gently start beginning to close your eyes. Or if your eyes are closed, that's fine. If you want them open, that's okay. It's your practice. You decide what feels right for your body. This is one of the hardest pose. Shavasana. Just letting go and just finding stillness. Just being present. Sometimes you have those days where you're all over the place, physically and emotionally. So right now, just take a moment to find calmness, stillness in your practice. Breathing in. Try to do it through your nose. Inhaling through your nose. A few more breaths here in your Shavasana. Notice, or by listening and feeling your breath go through in and out of your nose. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Bring your arms all the way up above you. Do that nice morning stretch. Stretch your legs, your arms. If you want to do some wrist movement or ankle circles, you can. Going into your fetal position, slowly bring your knees back to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug and squeeze. And then following whichever side you may want. It could be your right side or your left side. I'm going for my right. And making a pillow with your arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Always remember your breath is important. If your eyes are still closed, I still welcome it. If not, it's totally okay. Begin to lift yourself back up. Onto a seated position, like so. Do some little movements to your neck, whatever you need, whatever makes you feel like you need before you go on with your day. So we're going to inhale our arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands into prayer through heart center. Beautifully. Just find a moment right now. Just thank yourself that you are part of this practice, that you let me guide you through this practice, through our practice together. Before we finish our session, I'd like to invite you by closing the session with the sound of Om. We're going to inhale and exhale Om together. Ready? Inhale. Well, let's get all the air out. Inhale. Exhale. Om. Two more times. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Om. And lastly, we're going to inhale. Well, let's get all that air out again. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Take your prayer hands, direct it to your third eye, bowing down, and just being thankful for being present, being here in this moment with me, to honor your practice, honor yourself in any way. Thank you, thank you, thank you.